Wilcox, Arizona was never on my travel bucket list, but I love wine, and if you like wine, then this little town in southeast Arizona may surprise you. Together with Sonoita, they produce the majority of wine grapes in the state. I was introduced to their wines at a local art fair in Phoenix and fell in love with them. Wilcox is rich in history and surrounded by some of Arizona's largest mountains. But for my first trip, I went to visit the winemakers. This first video in the winery series features my visit to Coronado Vineyards. And we're heading to Coronado. Oh gosh, I hope they're open. But their hours said they're open Sundays from 10 to 4. So it's 10:30, maybe I'm the first guest. We'll see. Okay, I'm here. This beautiful. If you're anything like me and you love wine, yet you can do without those chemicals and preservatives, stick around and let me introduce you to the Arizona Sustainable and Organic Growers, starting with this one. DeWacho and Roxanne Hicks are the owners of Coronado Vineyards. They represent the only African and Native American owners of an award-winning Arizona vineyard. I had the chance to sit down and chat with both of them about their natural growing methods and their passion for winemaking.
Well, I'm DeWacho Hicks.
I'm Roxanne Hicks. We are the owners of Coronado Vineyards in Wilcox, and we grow about 9 varietals. We opened, this tasting room has opened in 2006. The vines were planted in about 2004. And we are the new owners, so we purchased Coronado Vineyards about 2 years ago now.
So back in 2000, so when we try to instill natural process as we can with our grapes, we use natural additives as fertilizers, so there's pretty much as organic as it can possibly be, and giving that natural process so that there isn't anything that's going to affect the earth or affect the grapes that we produce.
Oh, that's great. What are the sources of your fertilizers? Do you get it from nearby cattle or
So there's well, it's not cattle, but it's which is a company, Nutrient Ag, but they're the sources like seaweed and things like that. It's actually natural additives that we put in, so it's
Humus.
not humus.
Yeah.
So that's added, and those are the things that we do. Even our sprays, things like that we do for the bugs, it's all organic.
It's all organic.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.
And there's not a lot of things that we have to do to correct it. So there are no animal byproducts in our wine, so it's just all straight grapes.
Oh, wonderful. And are you known for a specific type of varietal or what type of?
We're well known for our Malbec and our Sangiovese. We won awards for those 2 varietals.
Congratulations, I heard about that.
So over in Decanter, the world's largest wine competition over in England.
Wow.
So when we do produce a good Malbec, so in Sangiovese. So,
And we're working on a new blend, but we do a couple of other blends that have been pretty popular. We're also known for our Riesling. We're one of a few that can grow Riesling out here, as well as our Malbec. And the location of the vineyard is a little bit more unique in that we kind of sit higher as far as elevation. We're right at the base of the Dos Cabezas mountain, so we get some of that really cool mountain airflow coming down.
So you're higher compared to the other vineyards in this area?
We're about a couple 100 feet higher.
Oh, okay.
And so
so hence the Riesling.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
The soil, it's very, it has a lot of minerality. We have some volcanic soil that also plays a part into how the grapes develop and taste and things. And so I think we have a unique location here that really shows up in the character of the wines and the flavors.
That's great. When, what time of year is the best time to come to see the full bloom, full harvest before you pick.
Right.
And
Well, we a good time. Well, we bud break starts next month, about the beginning of next month, and then after that, everything starts to get green. I think around late April, May is when you get to see the full canopy of the vines. The grapes will start changing color in about maybe late July or late June, early July. And then harvest typically occurs in August, sometimes up to October. So it just depends on the weather.
right. So is this your quiet time right now, or what do you do on the vineyards? And this is February.
Right. So January, February, what we do is we prune, and so we get ready for those buds to start opening up.
Yes.
And so we do pruning actually twice a year. So in December we do what you call a long prune, where you keep the canes a little bit longer to kind of help save and preserve the integrity of the buds that are going to come out in the spring.
Okay.
In January and February, we do a short prune where we cut down to the buds that we want to have for each of the vines. So
It's pretty
that's what
interesting.
we're working on now.
So you can just kind of like have designer grapes, and you control what type of grapes you're going to grow.
Control the amount of grapes that you're going to harvest. So that's the process. And we're almost done with all of the short pruning or final pruning that you're going to have for the season.
Interesting. So how did both of you get into this business? Were you from a winery background or a vineyard? Did you grow up in the business or have
I'm
just a passion?
originally from New York City.
Oh, wow.
My wife is from Shiprock. I mean, both of our families had history of farming or having, my family owns a ranch, her family does dry farming and had
Really? That's
for
cool.
several years, but we're the first, I guess you could say, with grape vines.
So passion, career,
Yeah, we have totally different careers from this. And so no, we don't have a history of being in the industry, but we did some volunteering at some vineyards where we used to live, and then I'm finishing up the viticulture and enology program through Yavapai, and
great.
And it was a very good learning experience for me. And then but yeah, and he still maintains his other career.
Oh, really?
I'm a lawyer, and my wife was a college professor, university professor.
Oh, wow. This is definitely a different career, but it's nice. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add for the health seekers, who want to enjoy wine, but maybe they're worried about the sugar content or, sugar in their diet, so they want to just be careful. They want to choose wine carefully. Do you have anything in that regards, or?
I think with any wine, we do look after the sugar content, which is very important in how we want our resultant wine to be. The whole process of fermentation and turning all of that sugar into alcohol kind of controls the amount of sugar. I think what you want to look out for are maybe the sweeter wines if you're looking to control the amount of sugar in your diet, because those have a lot of residual sugar. But I think if you tend to lean toward more of the drier reds, those might be a little bit more better as far as controlling that residual sugar.
That makes sense. Okay. I was so grateful to Roxanne and Duajo for sharing so much that day, and I definitely am going to try to come back in a few months for some warmer weather and to see those full canopies. I finished that visit with a glass of amazing Riesling and a dessert splurge before moving on to the other vineyards that day. The growers in Wilcox, for the most part, produce wine with sustainable and conscious practices, and I really loved it there. I'll be sharing more about my experiences and some healthy travel tips in future videos, so I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.